girl should live in fear. No voice should go unheard. Violence against women and girls, online or offline, must end. Welcome to She Rise to Win initiative program, where we amplify the voices of women and girls and drive change in our communities. And today, in commemoration of the 2025 16 Days of Activism, Gender-Based Violence, we focus on the year's theme, Unite to End Digital Violence Against Women and Girls. We are honored to have with us Dr. Adebusola Okedele, the founder of Teen Girls Enlightenment Initiative and a dedicated advocate for empowering young women. Her insights will guide us in understanding the impact of gender-based violence in both digital and real-world spaces, and how we can all play a role in ending it. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Adebusola. It is a privilege to have you here today.
Good morning. How's everything? Okay. All right. So let's go.
Okay. So when we talk about 16 days of activism, we are focusing on digital violence against women and girls this year. What exactly does that mean? And how is it being online just as serious as being offline?
Okay. When we talk about digital violence against girls and against women, we're referring to any harmful online behavior that is targeted at women and girls simply because of their gender. Things like harassment, things like, threats, things like, doing stuff that will trigger fear or will invade their privacy. And this digital violence we're talking about is has the same weight just as offline violence, because it has the potential of, creating fear, creating danger, making women and girls to get anxious, depressed, and all of that. So there's really a very, very thin line between digital violence and then real life violence, because this kind of violence is actually like one targeted specifically at girls and women because of their gender, and it happens to girls and women across all ages and across all strata of society.
Thank you for the response. So our second question goes this way. It can be hard to spot digital violence because it is not physical. What are some of the most common things people might see, like cyber stalking or image abuse, that really count as digital violence? What should we be looking out for?
Yeah, like you just said, there are different forms of digital violence, like cyber stalking. Like when a person continually monitors or threatens another person, on the internet, sending them, messages, sending them images, that are not expected to be, shared. For example, maybe like someone has maybe the nude pictures of another person, something that you did not tell the person to share, and the person continually threatens to share them or even shares them, like what we refer to as non-consensual intimate photos or videos that people leak online. And then we also have things like hate speech, just saying things that are untrue about someone, on the internet and making it look real. Or like even in these days of AI, generating AI images of a person just to discredit or to pass across or misinform, misinform the public, or just do something, spread rumor, intimidate a person. Those are some of the different forms of digital violence that are rampant these days.
Oh, okay. So the internet feels like a different world, but the harm is real. Can you talk a little bit about the emotional, social, or even professional damage digital violence can cause a survivor?
Okay, like what I said earlier on, imagine someone leaking intimate pictures or intimate videos of another person. I mean, that is something that can erode the person's self-esteem. It's something that can lead to depression. It's something that can make a person feel like, kind of isolated and withdrawn. It's something that can damage their reputation in the public. It's something that, even, for example, if it's something that happens in some professions, when for example the person's maybe say video leaks online, and personal videos and all that, it can actually lead to job loss, or the person's career can be sabotaged.
Yeah.
So all of these things are some of the real world consequences of digital violence that people face. Like that, it can lead to depression and all manner of things like that.
Okay. We are all part of this online space. I feel like something happening in a comment section or on a forum someone is being attacked, what is the safest and most helpful thing?
What one should not do is that one should not escalate things. Like I keep telling people, at times when you see some videos, maybe say personal videos that leak or personal images, do not share. There are some things that you should not do. Like, yeah, you might not even know the person, you're just a bystander, but don't escalate things.
Okay.
Don't be part of people that that share things like that, forward them to other people. Don't be someone that will go and send the link to another person and say, go and look at what they have said about this person, things like that.
Okay.
So rather than just being a bystander and not doing anything, I think the best thing one can do responsibly is to just report such accounts that invade into people's privacy, or report accounts that perpetrate digital violence.
Okay. So, like, we know that these tech companies design all of these platforms, so they have huge responsibility. In your opinion, what is the number one change social media giants needs to make right now to protect women and girls from online abuse?
Okay, I think there's a need to be to prevent digital violence against women and girls. There's a need for all these social media giants to be very, very proactive, in moderating content on the internet. When you see the things that express digital violence, they should be flagged. They should be removed, immediately. Especially when they are they have elements of gender-based violence. They should be removed before it spreads. For example, now if you look at Meta, Facebook now, there are some things like I still feel that they are not proactive enough. Like at times, maybe a person posts a video, it might not just be immediately, it might just be maybe like 1 or 2 years after, and they now say this goes against our community standards, and then it threatens the person's account and all that. I think mechanisms should be in place, like some AI mechanisms that just moderate things in real time. The moment somebody posts something about another person, that is a form of digital violence that invades their privacy, that is a form of threat to their life, they should just be flagged down immediately and removed. I think that's the best that they can do, proactiveness.
Yes. So, what are the essential digital safety lessons we need to teach young people today about online respect, privacy, and healthy boundaries?
Okay, I think parents, teachers, everyone, adults have a role to play, and it's important to teach children from childhood that when it's important to respect other people. When somebody says do not share, do not share this information, do not share it. Part of the respect is that do not share another person's information without their consent.
Yes.
Another one is that it's important to let them know that yes, the internet might look like a free space that you can do anything you like, but let them know from childhood that you can't just do anything you like, because it looks as if you can do anything you like. You can't just do anything you like. We must let our children know there's something called privacy. Privacy in terms of someone's phone, you don't have to peep into someone's phone. Privacy in terms of these days now kids are having devices. In terms of struck passwords, in terms of activating privacy, private settings, setting boundaries generally, letting them know that once somebody sends this to you, or once somebody says this to you, it is something that is unsolicited, and it should be something that you should reject or talk to an adult about immediately. And then for teachers or in schools, I think it's important to have a curriculum, because when times are really changing, whether we like it or not, the internet, digital spaces are here to stay and all of that. So it's important to inculcate all of these things into the curriculum that kids are taught in school. Let them know about all of these things, how words or things are posted on the internet or online have offline impact, and generally just teaching children and building them to be a generation that is filled with kindness and respects other people's privacy, respects their consent and all of that.
Okay, all right. So parents inculcation is so paramount, and also teachers. So the question is, if someone is watching this and they are or a loved one are currently a target of digital violence and they need help, now what are the immediate practical steps they should take to gather evidences, report the abuse, and find support?
The first thing to do is just to screenshot it, because the screenshot will serve as evidence. Then when you screenshot it, I believe that every online platform has tools for reporting. So you go to that online platform and report. Then maybe they ask for evidence. That screenshot that you took will serve as evidence. And then in the Nigerian context, I think there's we now have cybercrime units. So I mean, at the police stations, I mean, such reports too can also be made, because I know that can be done. And then also legal action can also be taken, because I read some time ago about someone was cyber bullying, and then this person took screenshots of all this person's 8 speeches and 8 comments and all of that, and then took legal action against her. But the first thing is that screenshots must be taken, because that will serve as evidence. It's not just about saying that this person did this. What do we have to show for it? So screenshots should be the first thing that one should do.
Okay, but some of these victims are always scared to keep evidences or to report. So what is the advice you give to them?
They should not be scared, and that is why advocacy needs to be heightened. Enlightenment needs to be heightened, so people can know that once someone is cyber stalking you, or someone is cyber bullying you, or someone is violating your rights on the internet, you should not be scared. You should be proactive. You should take steps, report, do the needful, so that all of it can stop, and then serve as the deterrent to other people that might want to, do the same to others.
Okay. What of those that would ask for money? There are some form of blackmailing.
It should be reported. It should be reported. One should never be afraid.
Okay.
Because the moment you are afraid, you become like a victim in the hands of the what do you call them, the person threatening you.
Yes.
But the moment you report, take steps, that the person knows that, oh, this person means it for real.
Okay. So the thing is, it's hard to unite. What does this unity look like for the average person? What one simple ongoing commitment every member of our community can make to help and end digital violence long after these things are over?
Okay, what we can do is that it's important for example, if you are in a group and you see someone cyberbullying another person, call out that person. Don't just be quiet about it. You need to speak out, speak for other people. When you say, oh, this is some sort of violence, speak about it. Don't just say, oh, it doesn't concern me, this is not me, or it's none of my business, let me just keep quiet. No, just speak for it, educate, because at times there are people that perpetrate digital violence that do not even know that what they are doing is some sort of violence against another person. So at times too, you need to educate them, and then just speak out against it, so that we can create safe online spaces.
All right. So speaking up is the best option for any victim. So I can hold accountable.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Ma, for your